Our venue for this evening is the virtual Sonoma Raceway, North America Simulated Auto Racing. Okay, let me just start over, guys. Am I reading the wrong one?
Yeah, you wanted the ace and intro.
Yeah, there we go. So with Emma Smith promoted to the Lights World Championship, the future title fight is wide open, and Eric Cavler wasted no time in stepping up. The Illinois native took control in Indianapolis, pulling away for the victory. His teammate, Raymond Rodriguez, joined him on the podium in third, as Klaus Kreutzer split the pair to compete a move over its speedy time podium sandwich. Now, the championship shifts to the Sonoma, where the elevation changes and the dirt sections will test every driver's skill. Who takes charge next? We're about to find out as we go green in one wine country, live next on ASM Plus. Just reread it when we get back in there. Got plenty of time. All right, everyone. I was reading the wrong script. I got the right papers up this time around, so we're going to redo the intro real quick, just to set the stage for tonight's wonderful race. Under the lights of Indianapolis, we have Kieran Lifflander continuing his reign over the NASA Rallycross Lights World Championship, cruising to a third consecutive win. Josh Mertz made his way back to the podium while Zach Goddard fended off Klaus Kreutzer in a fierce battle for third. But not everyone had a smooth night. Brian Sawyer and Emma Smith tangled in the final corridor, adding to the drama. The last time we raced here in Sonoma, Kieran was nowhere to be found, and JP DeFino swept the night after Robbie Kirtley's fuel tank ran dry. Will history repeat, or will Lifflander make it 4 in a row? So, our venue for tonight is the virtual Sonoma Raceway. North American Simulated Auto Racing started visiting Sonoma in 2018B. This challenging circuit weaves through the rolling hills of wine country, featuring a mix of fast asphalt sections, technical dirt corners, and a dramatic elevation change. The undulation terrain and the tricky transitions test both car control and racecraft, making every lap a challenge. With its unique layout and unpredictable surface shifts, Sonoma provides a thrilling stage for rallycross competition. In NASA Rallycross, our format is as follows. We are finishing open practice now, which leads us into a 3-lap single-car qualifying session that'll split the field equally into 5-lap heat races, with a joker lap taken once. The top 2 will transfer to the feature automatically. The winner gets 3 bonus points, and the runner-up will get 2. The rest of our drivers will be sent to the semifinals, also 5 laps with 1 joker. The top 2 transfer to the feature, and the winner receives a bonus point. This will set the grid for our 10-lap feature race, where the points are awarded, the trophies are handed out. Unique to NASA Rallycross World Championship, 2 jokers are taken during the feature. The 6th season of NASA Rallycross Lights World Championship continues today, live on the Automotive Sports Network. With Stephen Moreau in the production truck, and also next to me in the commentary box, my name is Joshua Darnell, as we welcome you to the 3rd running of the Sonoma Grand Prix. Cameras all season on ASN are brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at facebook.com/WSimCams. Thank you, Andrew Cardinelli IV, for your camera support. And the intro music for NASA World View was produced by Alex Abetti. We thank you, Alex Abetti, for your wonderful music. So, all right, Steven, it's been 3 weeks of domination for Kieran. Last week, Brian and Emma got together. That was a pretty big story. There was a lot of drama. Some tempers were, I don't know if any tempers were flaring, but still a lot of drama. Do you think, barring any mistakes, do you think Emma's going to be able to pick up the pace? I mean, they've had, like, the tracks that they know, I've seen considerable pace in there. I've seen it's a considerable performance increase over last season.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm really excited to see what happens. If no mistakes happens, Emma could be up there, and again, giving Kieran Laflander a run for his money on that pace. And I don't know if this track is something that Emma has practiced or is particularly good at, but I know for a fact that Kieran Laflander has had practice and he's particularly good at this track. So it's going to be one heck of a battle for Emma Smith to pick up the pace and hopefully not crash into anybody this time.
I I am interested to see. I'm interested to see the battle that Emma can put up with Kieran. They seem to be one of the few drivers that we have seen in Rallycross that's able to keep up with him in any regard. So, but we have, at the very least, if P1 isn't a battle, I'm sure P2 will be. I
All
think we're
right.
going. Yeah, we're heading
Should be
into
getting
qualifying,
kicked
aren't we?
forward to qualifying here pretty quick,
Yeah, Kieran's
if
on his first lap.
not
I'm
already.
interested to believe Kieran's on his second lap already. So he's set down at 41.7. Do we have timings here, Steven? Uh oh,
Uh,
Kieran's off track.
what the times now?
All right, so Kieran wiped his second lap. I just watched him fly off track. Sawyer sets down a 42.1 to put him into P2, followed by Mertz 42.3. Good times from both of them. No one's in the 41 yet. I don't see a time from Emma. I'm on my
I
field
don't
right
see
now. All I
Emma
see is JP
on
and
my
Kieran.
timing tower, so I don't even know if Emma made it in tonight.
Gasp. Hmm.
Because if we're into qualifying right now, then there'll be no Emma
Yeah, that's
Smith tonight,
interesting.
which will be
Yeah,
really
I
big news for
don't see any
contention.
Emma. Yeah. So P2 is quite literally up for grabs. Because
I think for P2,
if
it's
I had to
gonna be
predict the
Brian or
speed, if I had to
Sawyer or
predict,
Josh Mertz battling for
yeah,
that position. So
I wouldn't count Raymond Rodriguez out. After watching his performance in futures, I mean, the speed he was able to get off taking that high line was insane.
very insane. And as
And
I
Klaus
believe
Kreutzer as well. I mean, we have our
Flander just finished his last lap of
yeah,
qualifying. I think
oh,
we should be, if that was qualifying,
everyone's
we should
done.
be pushing
That was
forward on
qualifying.
to.
Everyone should be pushing forward. But Klaus Kucher's no. I mean, Klaus Kucher's no. Kreutzer is no slouch either. I mean, he's our futures champion tonight, or our futures champion tonight. I'm excited to see what he's going to be able to pull out.
Just waiting for the session to kick over now.
What could have
So while
been?
that
I wonder what would
happens,
have happened.
let's hit a
Oh,
programming notes.
I think we're getting kicked over right now, but we do have NASA Rallycross contenders tomorrow at
Now
9
we are.
p.m.
Yep.
Oh, we're into Heat One. Who do we got? NASA Rallycross contenders is tomorrow at 9 p.m. Watch it for
There
RX2
we go.
action with Brian Sawyer and Justin Robichaux. All right, we're on our grid. We got Josh Mertz, Klaus Kreutzer, Karen Liftlander, Josh Mertz, Klaus Kreutzer, Ed Boyles Jr., and Gerald DeFino is our starting grid, our first grid tonight for the light round 4, I think, right? Of NASA. This is round 4, World round
Yep.
4
This
of the
is
Lights
round
World
4
Championship. This is,
as
oh
we
boy,
wait for Kieran
we're getting
Laflander
dug
to
in.
pit or to.
People are
There we go.
people are solidifying their positions in the World Championship tonight. This is going to be a defining race for the season. I feel engines revs go up, the lights are going down, green flag, we're away. Round 4. It's a good start from both of our front 2 drivers. Josh Mertz, but Kieran Liftlander gets away. Josh Mertz takes P2, followed by Brian Sawyer. Klaus Kreutzer and Ed Boyles are battling over the side. Klaus gets a bad jump, it looked like, coming off. It was on his side. Going almost 3 wide in a turn right now. It's Kieran Liftlander in first, followed by Josh Mertz. Ed Boyles Jr. in P3. It's a battle for P3 right now with Klaus Kreutzer
Side by side, JP.
and JP. Joe DeFino getting the position a little off track, going way wide. Klaus Kreutzer has to check up, but Klaus is going to do the over-under, gets the position from him, blocks him off, forcing him to back off. Klaus takes P4, moves up a position. Ed Boyles Jr. our first, maybe not our Ed Boyles Jr. our second to Joker. Kieran has taken his first. Josh Mertz stayed out on track. Ed Boyles and Josh Mertz going side by side into turn one right now. Ed Boyles Jr. with the inside line, going to be able to hold him off. Josh Mertz going to have the quicker run, though. Ed Boyles has to get the inside line and block him off immediately. They're going side by side into turn three now. Ed Boyles backs off, tries to get the better run, maybe trying to do an over-under. Josh Mertz a little squirrely into the next turn, coming onto the asphalt for the first time. Both of them keep it on track. Josh Mertz starting to pull away. Kieran Liftlander takes cross flags.
Josh Mertz takes to the Joker lane for his first Joker.
We'll see where he comes out.
Of the night.
He is able to pull himself. He is able to get away, it seems, from any type of the impending doom, it seemed, that was coming for him. Ed Boyles was really knocking on his door.
He really was. But now Ed's going to have to
all drivers
or hope that Josh makes a mistake or two to get back up there if he really wants P2.
Well, Ed Boyles Jr. wide coming onto the tarmac. Klaus building up some time to him, it seems. JP DeFino wide as well, coming onto the tarmac for the third time this drivers pass. They're all kind of spread out. Battles have started to whittle down. I'm interested to see. It looks like Klaus is going to save it for the last lap or second to last lap. Same with JP DeFino. So we still got a battle here for P4, or really P3, honestly, is what I meant to say. I just had to wait to see where this timing comes out, because Klaus and Ed are going to have a battle. So Ed has to focus on getting the fastest lap right now that he can. He nailed the tarmac section coming down the back straight. Has to nail the turning because Klaus is going to Joker here. Oh, he saves it for the last lap. Just JP Joker.
Beautifully,
JP Jokers. JP Jokers. Not able to close the division to Klaus. Not going to be enough. Unfortunately. Josh Mertz starting to sort of close the gap to Kieran with a 4-second lead. Ed Boyles 4 seconds behind Josh Mertz, with Klaus 2 seconds behind him within striking distance of the Delta. So we got to see. Ed Boyles needs to run away now. He needs to. He goes wide coming off of the tarmac. As Kieran Liftlander takes the first heat of the race. Congratulations. Heat 1 goes to Kieran Liftlander with Josh Mertz in P2. I'm tuning back in. Klaus Kreutzer takes to the Joker. It's not going to be enough at the end. It's going to be Ed Boyles Jr. who's going to take pole position in the LCQ, followed by Klaus Kreutzer in P4 and JP DePino in P5. That was a fun little race. We had some little bit of action, but things sort of died down there. So that's how Sonoma tends to pan out, it seems.
Oh, slipped already.
I think we're kicking off into Heat 2. Who do we got? Brian Sawyer, Eric Dubois, Zachary Guyard, Raymond Rodriguez, and Jake Robichaux. This is gonna be a nice little race. This is gonna be a good race.
This is gonna be indeed a good race.
The revs go up, the lights turn on, and we wait for the green flag to drop for Heat 2. Green flag is away, and our drivers top 3 with a good start between them. Raymond Rodriguez getting a bit of a jump on Jake Robichaux, and 2 drivers push ride. Raymond Rodriguez Brian Sawyer makes it known. Really tout the name. Move over. It is speedy time. Raymond Rodriguez, Brian Sawyer, P1 and P2. A wonderful start from both of these drivers, with Eric Dubois pulling up the rear. It's a TWRS. These drivers real happy right now, I would have to say. Really making it well known. We'll go around the dirt section for the first time here. Brian Sawyer leads with Raymond Rodriguez in tow, holding off Eric Dubois. Rodriguez with a well-timed line into turn 4, coming onto the tarmac for the first time. All of our drivers take it very well. Eric Dubois a little wide coming off, gets a deep run into turn 5, coming down on to the back straightaway. Jake Robichaux battling, hoping to catch up to Goddard. Jake Robichaux off to the Joker for the first time. He's going to pull in front of Goddard, but not have it on. He'll have the speed maybe on Eric here. We'll see what he's able to do. Looks inside, doesn't get the tarmac. Eric does, going to pull away. So that battle's going to fizzle out. Jake needs to make up a little bit more time here. Grabs all of the tarmac. Needs to get back on track because there's a track cut penalty if you go too far off. Uses all the grass, bridges that gap a little bit. Going back up front, we got Brian Sawyer and Raymond Rodriguez battling a little bit. Raymond getting onto the tarmac a little wide. I saw smoke flaring up. Both these drivers have taken their Jokers, so they are done. Eric Dubois is still managing to keep up, and within striking distance of Raymond Rodriguez. So all he has to focus on is maintaining the speed. Jake Robichaux has done his strategy, so if Eric can just hold strong, he basically secures P3 and therefore P2 in the LCQ. So I'm interested to see where he can,
I'm excited to see
withstand.
This. This is exactly
Raymond
what
Rodriguez way wide coming onto the tarmac.
Or the future, same.
Raymond bleeding more time to Eric Dubois. Eric's brought it down to 2 seconds now. Going off to his Joker. He knows he might have it. It's going to be tight. Raymond's going to maintain the position, but they'll be side by side coming into turn 1. Eric looking drivers right, looking inside. He's going to grab the tarmac strip again, but Raymond's going for the line he used in futures. Will he get the grip he needs? What he wants? Eric cutting the track, taking the battling with the rumble strip on the corner exit there. Bleeding a little bit of time on Raymond Rodriguez, but he has 1 lap left to make something happen. Raymond able to keep it. Eric wide over it, but it's going to get a better run because of it. Able to keep control. You can go off track there a little bit, but the car tends to spin sometimes, at least with the supercars. Brian Sawyer is going to take checkered flag. Final lap. Raymond Rodriguez and Eric Dubois now, the closest battle we have going on, battling it out for P2. Eric looking to secure his position in the future race early, trying to take this away from Brian Sawyer and Raymond Rodriguez right now. That would make a wonderful feature. It'd mean that move over at speedy time featured during the entire race.
I hate to interrupt you here, but as we come across the finish line here, Jake Robichaux was disqualified for taking a second Joker.
Oh no, that's
traumatic. He might have listened to his spotter, unfortunately, when the spotter said,
"Oh, that hurts.
Forget to take a second Joker." But you hate to see that.
Yeah. But... God. He was betrayed by the spotter. It's Ed Boyles Jr. For our LCQ, we have Ed Boyles Jr., Eric Dubois, Klaus Kreutzer, Zachary Geyer, and Gerald DeFino. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be a tight race. Goddard and Klaus. Oh, goodness. This is going to be good. Green flag is away. It's a good start from P1 and P3. P2 being a little left behind. There's Klaus Kreutzer looking outside. He's going to have P1 with Ed Boyles P2. Eric Dubois not getting the start he hoped for. Looking drivers outside on Ed Boyles. Zachary Geyer looking inside. Drivers panning out. We're going to go single file line to turn 1, it looks like. But all these drivers are bunched up together. No one has built up a gap yet. We'll see what people can do on turn 1. Zachary Geyer looking inside. He got the grip strip on Eric, but has to check up as Eric closes the door. Eric looking inside on Ed Boyles right now. Will he be able to make something happen? He goes around the outside to get the better speed coming down into the turn. He's hoping Ed Boyles makes a mistake coming onto the tarmac as we go in for it for the first time. Eric goes wide and Zachary Goddard looks drivers inside. Can he make it stick? Eric has to check up hard. Might lose 2 positions from that mistake. We have another driver looking inside. He takes to his Joker. That's JP DeFino and Klaus Kreutzer, I believe, have gone off to their Jokers. Side by side coming down to turn 1 for the first time. We got Zachary Geyer and JP. We got Ed Boyles and Ed Boyles and Zachary Goddard side by side right now. Ed Boyles looking inside on JP DeFino at the moment. Zachary Goddard trying to get into the battle, gets a very good turn into turn 3.
I also would
Looking
like to
inside on
mention
Ed Boyles.
right now
Yeah,
is
what's up?
both JP and Ed Boyles Jr. are teammates. So there should be some strategizing going on right now.
We have 3 drivers jumping off to their Joker right now. Side by side, they start to file in. We have Goddard looking inside. Ed Boyles looking to go around the outside, gives Goddard a nudge. Ed Boyles gets the worst of the contact, though. It sent him wide and forced up a position and gave it to Dubois. Ed Boyles looking inside on Eric now.
They are battling
looking inside on Goddard as well. Ed Boyles Jr. gets it back, goes wide though, gives Goddard a nudge, sends him wide. They both go, all 3 go on the grass, and Goddard's turn get out and gets the worst of it. Loses 2 positions from that contact. A rough move, but a door was left open, you could say. I'm gonna go back as you keep it on track. I'm gonna go back and try to see what happened.
These boys are crazy right now. They are racing like it's they're in the feature right now. But this is, believe it or not, this is last chance qualifiers. So they're racing.
These drivers are racing like, yeah. These drivers are wearing their hearts on their sleeves right now. They are racing for everything they have. Goddard looking to make up time lost from that contact. Ed Boyles going wide. Maybe karma picking up for the pass that just happened on Goddard. But we have a battle for second right now going on. Klaus Klutzer well and away with this race as the battle, very happy that the war has been happening behind him this whole time. It's Ed Boyles Jr. in P2. Eric Dubois well off the track right now, trying to get back on. Doing everything he can to get back on the track. Takes the jump. The car gets squirrely. He manages to get control of it, though. But in the end,
avoided disaster with.
It was wonderful car control, but in the end, an unforeseen bump caught him out. It's Klaus Klutzer who's going to win the. In the end, it's going to be Klaus Klutzer who wins the consolation race, followed by Zachary Goddard, followed by Ed Boyles Jr., then JP DeFino, then Zachary Goddard, with Eric Dubois in tow, finishing up our LCQ. Well, Klaus Klutzer really just was. I can't imagine how happy he was. That was kind of handed to him. It's a good thing he checked out when he did. Yeah, it's a good thing he checked out of that race when he did, because that was a war.
Was that just the
all right? We do need a break because oh my goodness,
looks we're on the break. Yeah. All right, if you want to take us
that was intense. Yeah. Do you want to go over like production stuff?
Well, we just go right into break, so we just say like a quick little blurb and then go to break. I'll handle it. It's fine. If you want to stick around while we do a little warm up, we're gonna hit to ads right now, and we'll come back with more ASN. Be right back.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous.
With your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to NordVPN.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds
by
it.
side between these two in the turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. From the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up and into the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Robbie's going to hold his spot.
Welcome back to round 48 of the championship overall and round 4 of the 6th season of the NASA Rallycross Lights World Championship here in Sonoma. With Stephen Moreau in the production truck and also next to me in the commentary box, my name is Joshua Darnell, live on the Automotive Sports Network. Cameras all season on ASN are brought to you by Whiplash SimCams. Be sure to check them out at our Facebook at facebook.com/WSimCams. Thank you, Andrew Cardinelli IV, for your camera support. And finally, the intro music for the NASA World Feed was produced by Alex Abetti. If you like what you see, be sure to like, subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube, and ring the bell to be notified of our live streams on weekly, along with our short-form video content produced by Jess Rakowski. If you'd like your content broadcasted on ASN, you can contact us at asntvUSA.com. And if you'd like to race in NASA, we have something for everyone. Be sure to check us out. All the info is at nasasimracing.com. Stephen, we have two former Grand Prix winners here at Sonoma. We have Brian Sawyer in 23B and JP DeFino in 24B. I'm sure Brian doesn't feel like he could win this race, even though he most certainly could win this race if he just believed a little bit harder. I think, but I'm positive Kieran is going to win Sonoma barring any mistakes. But I'm sure Brian Sawyer would still love to at least podium here. Same with JP. JP's had a bit of a tough night, but he still made it to the feature, it looks like.
It does seem like he did indeed make it to the.
Yeah, these drivers just haven't. These drivers just haven't set. These drivers just aren't on track practicing right now. I think right now we're watching Brian Sawyer.
We're watching Brian Sawyer right now.
Yeah.
So, but with
I'm sure both
time that we currently do have, this is seeming to suggest that Mertz is gonna have a defense of his life against Mr. Sawyer here. And,
we have to also remember that this track is probably pretty worn in. During this one has been, I mean, we're coming back in with 2 minutes left for warm up. So these drivers have put down around collectively about 50 laps down the track, probably close to that. So the times of it'll be interesting to see if if Josh Mertz is able to stay ahead of Brian Sawyer towards the end of the race, I'm certain he'll be able to snag P2 away from him. But I'm sure Brian and JP would both love to podium on especially JP. I mean, he won last season here.
Right.
Oh, Brian getting a bit of the curve, the same curve that almost killed Eric. He's going to have to be careful there. I'm sure he got to slow down for that track cut. Slowdowns on Sonoma are the devil in disguise. Yeah, he definitely got to slow down. There's on some tracks it's real easy to clear those slowdowns. On other tracks that you very much so have to pull over. Still, I think we only have a minute left. So, Steven, what do you think? Who do you think Scott? What do you think our podium's going to be? 1, 2, 3.
Well, looking at these times, it's gonna be a fierce battle between Josh and Kieran, and then steadily falling behind them is gonna be Brian Sawyer. So I'm excited to see where this goes. But as for the other racers in here, I have no idea because
Yeah, we really
the
only
other
have we only have
4
the top
people haven't
6. Yeah.
put down a lap yet, so we don't know what times they're gonna put up and what kind of pace they're
Oh
gonna come
goodness.
out.
Oh my goodness.
What kind of pace they're gonna come out with.
Oh, Medevac's the helicopter's coming out.
Oh, well, I think I
We're
gotta bring
dispatching
back
Medevac
this.
immediately. I just
I
saw
gotta
Ed
bring back this beautiful counter. Hold on, I gotta change the color now. 'Cause we are in the lights now, so now it's gonna be blue.
Oh my god.
More. How many flips was that? 3?
I'm getting word that they're pulling Brian out of the car. They have to use the jaws of life to break through the mangled wreck. Brian gives the thumbs up. He's okay. They're putting him in a different car now, it seems, a backup car. We'll see if he's able to do anything with it on track.
We got our starting grid for our first heat for tonight.
JP isn't in. Oh no,
Sorry, for our
JP.
feature.
That's why they weren't racing. They were out. So our starting grid is Kieran Liftlander for our feature race. Kieran Liftlander, Brian Sawyer, Josh Mertz, Raymond Rodriguez, Klaus Kreutzer, and Ed Boyles Jr. Oh, we're going to go racing. The revs go up. The lights turn on. And green flag is away. It's a good start from Kieran Liftlander. Josh Mertz and Brian Sawyer getting real close to each other on the first turn. Klaus trying to sneak up the middle. Ed Boyles taking up the toe. Raymond Rodriguez on the inside of Josh Mertz right now, letting him know his presence is there. Klaus getting the inside. Raymond had to check up and lost a ton of time to it. It's going to lose 2 spots over that. Going to go side by side with Klaus, able to hold on to the tail of Klaus. Josh Mertz pulling up in P3, getting a better run than Brian Sawyer. Brian lost a little bit of time trying to catch his car, get a little bit of grip back into the tires. Josh closes the gap down to a little bit. Ed Boyles Jr. letting Klaus Kreutzer know that he's around. As we go to the tarmac for the first time, Kieran Liftlander yet to pull away from any of these drivers, but starting to bridge a gap to Brian Sawyer. Raymond Rodriguez trying to rattle Josh Mertz's cage to do anything he can to get him off of Brian Sawyer's. Josh Mertz off to the Joker the first time, followed by Brian. Who else? Ed Boyles Jr. also went off to the Joker. Sawyer down to 3rd right now, but is able to keep within striking distance of Josh Mertz. I wonder if he's going to respond after this lap. The battle for 3rd is raging on as well. Or the battle for 4th is raging on. All our drivers going a little back, 3 drivers going a little wide, getting on the grass.
We've got quite interesting battles happening right now.
Brian Sawyer just jokers.
We're just seeing a lot of give and takes right now all over the track. Where the timing tower kind of lights up because there's some actual battling going on, and then it just kind of goes down because some parts of the track, the driver that we were watching he's better at that part of the track than the other driver. But then he's not better at the other parts of the track than the other driver. So we're going to see some interesting battling for this.
Oh,
For
Raymond
sure.
Rodriguez. Josh Mert. We're following Josh Mertz right now. Raymond
Another
Rodriguez
thing
getting.
to
Raymond's
go on
trying to close the gap to Ed Boyles Jr., who dips off to his Joker. So
It looks like he's going to come out in front of
he's going to be able to come out in front of Raymond.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, he's able to build the gap to Raymond.
Klaus.
Raymond yet to take any Joker, though. Ed Boyles on both, and Raymond well within striking distance. So Raymond should have P4. His goal is to catch up to Mertz.
Raymond might even be able to get to P3 because
that's what I'm thinking as
Mertz
well.
has only got one Joker left, and Rodriguez and Kreutzer have 2 Jokers still. They haven't jokered at all, so they could still come in with well in striking distance.
Kieran Lifflander also Joker for the second time now. He finishes his strategy. Brian Sawyer has him in his sights. Is not able to. It seems like not able to close the gap. Maybe not quick enough, but is definitely. I would say Brian Sawyer is very happy with his. Is going to be very happy with his performance tonight as we take for cross flags here. So Kieran Lifflander's done his strategy. Ed Boyles Jr. has done his strategy. Raymond Rodriguez and Klaus Kreutzer both yet to Joker. Klaus Kreutzer is a second behind Raymond Rodriguez, so he's also well within striking distance, but needs to build that gap more if he's going to look to be able to take P4 at the very least. Ed Boyles Jr. needs to
the 6th lap now. Josh
Mertz responds with his second Joker. He's going to be able to come out in front of Brian Sawyer, who's only 7/10 behind. As long as he can nail this coming turn, he should solidify a P2 here. As I come around, Brian doesn't grab the grass as much as needed, gets a little worse line. Josh Mertz able to pull away a little bit from him.
It's okay, though. As long as Brian can keep himself within striking distance here, he can take his second Joker. Because Mertz has now finished his Joker strategy, so
yeah,
Brian can still come out in front of Mertz here.
I'm sure Brian's going. So Brian's off to his Joker, and solidifies his position in P2. Come out a full, about 1.4 seconds, second and a half in front of Josh Mertz. Is barring any mistakes, grabs the grip, enters turn 1 beautifully, grabbing the grip strip, exactly what it needed to do coming out of the Joker. Really commanding that position, now building the gap up to 1.4.
But an intense battle
1.2.
going on
Josh
right now.
also getting the grip strip needed, not letting Brian Sawyer slip out of his grip. I'm tuning back into the battle in the back. Raymond Rodriguez still yet to take his joke, still yet to take any of his Jokers, really saving them for the last 2 laps, it looks like. Interesting to see. A very brave strategy. He'll be saving them for the last 2 laps as Klaus Kreutzer goes off for his second Joker and gets it in front of. I mean, I get it personally, Rodriguez. Like, you have clean air, you're in the back, like you might as well just keep racing. You're not catching up necessarily to Ed Boyles yet from him taking his Jokers. So if you don't have anyone necessarily bothering you, just keep running your race, but just make sure that you can stay within striking distance of these drivers. Because he most certainly could have P4 here as long as he doesn't let Klaus slip away. I'm going back up to the front. Josh Mertz still not letting Brian Sawyer slip away. It's only 1.3 seconds. Sawyer falling by Kieran starting to really drive away with this. As he's now made the gap 6 seconds. Lap 9 now as the battle for P4 continues. Our bottom 3 drivers really having it out for each other. Raymond Rodriguez secures the position with his Joker over Ed Boyles, and it looks like he may have it over Klaus as well. He's only 1.1 second behind him. It doesn't feel like that.
Ooh, I think we just heard a couple.
Klaus clipped the wall for a little bit of time. Raymond Rodriguez is going to be able to take the position back.
Jokers now.
So we're on the final lap.
Joker. No, I think that
Raymond Rodriguez
the second actually. So he's also now finished strategy, but he came out in front of Klaus Kreutzer and Ed Boyles.
Oh, they're battling for this position right now. Brian Sawyer coming around. Kieran Lifflander rounding the final corner for the last time here at Sonoma. He will come in with the checkered flag tonight in P1. It's Kieran Lifflander, followed by Brian Sawyer, who will finish. With a very nice race from Brian Sawyer to come home with P2, with Josh Mertz coming home in P3, who is cruising, really slowing down a lot. I think he might have ran out of gas. It'll be Raymond Rodriguez who finishes in P3 with
Roots are taking 4th, and Josh takes
Ed
5th.
Boyles Jr. helping Josh Mertz, he's just giving him a bump draft.
Pushes him across the line, help him get there. But it looks like that might have been what happened here, is that Josh Mertz ran out of gas at the end of the line.
Oh my goodness. I wonder if the curse of Robbie Kirtley has been passed down yet again. Well, it was a good race from Kieran Lifflander and Brian. I mean, our top 3. It's that was quite an exciting end, a wonderful night for Move Over at Speedy Time with a P2 and P3 finish. They finished at our podium for the night. I'm sure Raymond should be happy. Raymond's is a futures driver who just podiumed in lights in a world championship. That's wonderful.
That's amazing.
I think this might be his first win in the lights world championship, which is amazing.
Also a P4 for Klaus Kreutzer, who's also a futures driver. So shout out for both drivers to getting that there. And I think we move on now to doing
interviews. We got interviews. So we will bring up Raymond Rodriguez in P3. You ready for him, Steven?
Second.
And that was one way. That was an amazing race. We didn't really have any incidents tonight either. I know.
All right.
I'm gonna bring Raymond up. I'm bringing Raymond up right now.
Oh, I don't know why it brought up the graphic.
Hey Raymond, you got us?
Hey, how's it going?
How are you? Quite not the finish you expected, huh?
Definitely not. I was surprised. I keep my teammates saying, "Hey, he's out of gas. Just go gun it."
That so I believe this is your first time podiuming in lights.
Yes.
How does it feel?
Still trying to process it. For sure.
I get that. Well, Raymond, you ran a wonderful race tonight, man. You got anybody you want to thank?
The team always. It's been really, really great running with them. I appreciate all the help. The NASA team as well. This is a great event, and also I need to shout out to the guys in Puerto Rico, SimPR, TPRT. These guys always helping me get the best of me.
All right, Raymond. Well, congratulations on P3. Steven, you got something for him?
Oh no, that was it. I was just saying awesome.
Oh,
Thanks
okay.
for racing with us
Yeah.
Thank you.
Raymond, thank you
very
so much for racing with us tonight. Congratulations on P3. A wonderful job transferring from the futures to grab a podium up here.
Oh,
If there's a podium to be had, it's here for sure.
Oh
So
yeah.
congratulations tonight, man. You ran 2 wonderful races. Have a great night. Enjoy the win. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Good night.
All right. And then who do we pull up next?
We got Brian Sawyer. Eric Dubois is lurking down there.
We'll pull up Brian Sawyer next then.
Oh,
Brian, do you got us?
I got you. How are you?
I saw Eric down there through the locked door of the production truck that you have Steven and I in.
Oh, that's okay. I'm sorry.
And steamy glass window.
So you podiumed here. You won about in 2 years ago now in 23B, maybe 2 years ago.
Something like that.
How I know it's not a win, but it still must feel nice coming back to Sonoma and being able to be on the podium again.
Yeah, it's a win for me. I mean, I just delete Kieran from my
I mean, that's true. It is
radar.
kind of like a little. It's kind of like this.
I know you don't want to. I know you don't want to hear it as as commentary. Oh, how are you going to beat him? I'm not. I'm racing Josh.
I mean, it makes sense.
I tried to hold
we
with
gotta
him
be
for the
realistic.
first lap. I tried to hold with him for the first lap of that race. I felt like I was doing pretty decent, but midway through that first lap, I was like, if I keep doing this, I'm not going to finish this race. So I'm just going to go back to what I can do.
Yeah, it was exciting to watch you and Josh trade blows on jokers like that. You guys sort of like took them side by, almost like one after the other each time.
Yeah, after the first
with
set,
neither one of you sort of giving up any room to breathe. Both of you managed to stay within 1.2 seconds of each other until you were able to snag the position.
Yeah, that first joker rotation, he had a very good lap after his, and when I responded, I was barely in front of him.
You nailed. Yeah, when you responded the second time, you nailed the entry into turn one and basically secured it. I was surprised to see Josh Mertz was able to catch up as much as he was, but you were able to hold strong, and that's wonderful. Good race tonight.
I don't want to say I started letting up because I'm like, I was kind of in a trance that whole race. I didn't know what lap it was until the spotter called, "Hey, you got 2 laps left." I go, "Oh, I should be a little safer on the car. I got a little gap here. Let's
Yeah, right. I've had that happen to me too.
Go, okay.
Before we let Brian go here, I just have to quickly ask about how do you feel about the surprise of no Emma Smith tonight? That would have given you a great contention for your position.
I'll take it. It's a P2 instead of a P3 probably. So
one last thing. How do you feel? Moist closes out the podium. Move over at speed time closes out the podium tonight. How do you feel about it?
I'm super proud of Ray. He's so excited when he got the 3rd place. It was super fun. I mean, it sucks for Josh. He ran out of gas, but
yeah, you came over. He told me you came over the radio and just were like, "Go, go, go." It must have been exciting. He told me he's still trying to process it.
Yeah, we saw Josh just out of gas in the middle of the backside of the jumper. Like, Ray, he's in the middle of the track. He's in the middle of the track. Just go.
Just gun it.
We didn't want him to hit him.
It's awful. That the curse of Sonoma is back.
What do you mean?
It seems that our drivers always seem to run out of gas on this track. So
I don't know. I love this track. So I put a little extra fuel in for this race. I feel like the extra weight helps just a little bit, but.
All right. Well, anyone you want to thank?
My wife, my mom, Eric's mom, Tom Grady's mom, my teammates, Eric and Ray, not my children.
Not my children.
Or all my children.
Not. Especially when you're thinking about 3 different moms here. I was about to say, oh my goodness, Brian.
But yeah, it was a good time. Hopefully, I'm here more in the rest of the season, but we'll see.
Awesome.
Yeah, Brian, we look forward to talking to you. Yeah, thanks for racing. We'll catch you next week. All right, we're gonna bring up Kieran. Our P1.
Kieran Liflander.
Congratulations again to Brian for P2. So we bring up Kieran Liflander. Kieran, you got us? Kieran?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how do you feel? How do you feel about the race tonight? No, Emma Smith. Were you worried at all about Emma coming into the race?
Not really. I had a bit of talk or had a chat with her about just times being hit, and she mentioned before the SOF races last night that she was hitting 41.1s. I was like, hold on, are you talking about Sonoma? And she's like, no, I'm talking about Daytona. So no, I was pretty confident coming in here tonight with or without Emma here. Obviously without Emma, it's just I don't have that worry on my shoulder that I'm gonna get pressure because Emma's obviously really fast, and yeah, been doing outstanding with the transfer from the futures into the lights, and was a problem in Atlanta almost, and IRP, obviously the mishaps there, but yeah, glad to not be, so agitated, I say. So worried about pressure behind, and obviously Brian and Josh always duke it out for second, and them fighting kind of gave me a bit of breathing room, and I was able just to again run away with it, and had clean air and no toe behind to drag me back.
Yeah, for sure. Is there anybody you'd like to thank for your win tonight?
Yeah, I wasn't able to thank anyone last night, but yeah, mom and dad both they were watching last night, as well as my girlfriend. All three of them, my sister as well. All my biggest supporters. Everybody at Team KLR. Darren did really great tonight, and the Futures prepped so much for this weekend. Yeah, just he's still learning, and just a couple hiccups here and there, but I got to thank him for sticking by, and I'm working with him to get him better in both officials
Rallycross
and
takes
NASA.
time.
Oh yeah, and it's a big discipline, and consistency is what I'm working on with him, and yeah, everybody at the shop at Team KLR, helping make these setups possible, and yeah, really happy with this result. Back to back to back to back, 4 in a row. I wanted to try and lead every lap this season, but missed one lap at Atlanta, and yeah, hopefully I can lead every other lap this season. But yeah, we're gonna keep this momentum here in Sonoma as we have to prep the Subaru for Saturday, and yeah, really excited to get back in the light and in Scotland for the next round of Knockhill.
Yeah, we can't wait.
Thank you for
All right,
racing
Kieran.
with us, man.
Congratulations on P1. Thanks for racing with us. We'll catch you next week.
Thank you.
Take it easy, dude.
One second.
Scotland?
Yeah, I think you said Scotland. I think that's where we're gonna be going to Lankenbennen, I think.
Oh my goodness, what a beautiful countryside.
I think that's in Lankenbennen. Or that's where Lankenbennen is it Scotland? I could be wrong
I think
on
it's
that,
hell.
though.
I'm pretty sure Lincoln Bennett. I feel like if you're talking about hell,
That's
the. I'm looking at the schedule.
All right. So I'm gonna pull up the points graphic, or not the graphics, but
points!
the
I love
point
points.
sheet.
Let's read points.
So I'm gonna read off the points for tonight. We got in first place with no change. We got Kieran LaFlander. We got Brian Sawyer in second. I do not have a graphic for it. I'm just reading off the list. In second, we have Brian Sawyer with Move Over at Speedy Time with 40 points below Kieran LaFlander. And then in third place, we have Josh Mertz with the gap is 3 points from the leader for Brian, 40 points for Brian, sorry. And then the gap between Brian and Sawyer, Brian and Mertz is 3 points for third place. And then and fourth is Zachary Goddard with a 5-point gap between him and Mertz. And then in fifth, we have Raymond Rodriguez. In sixth, we have Eric Kaplinger. Seventh is Klaus Kreutzer. Eighth is Emma Smith. And ninth is JP DeFino. And in 10th place, to round out our top 10, is Jake Robichaux. And then, yeah.
I'm sure we have production. I'm sure we have a schedule to show. I have confirmed that we're going to Knockhill, and I love Knockhill. There is going to be some exciting.
We'll close it out.
Yeah, there's going to be some exciting racing next week. So be sure to tune in tomorrow for NASA Rallycross Contenders with Brian Sawyer and Justin Robichaux. It is going to be some of the best RX2 action you can watch in simulation racing. Then on Saturday at 2 p.m. on the 29th of March, we're going to have the next round 4 here at Sonoma, the NASA Rallycross World Championship. Then it's going to be Steven and I back here in the production truck to sound off for NASA Rallycross Lights and Futures at Knockhill. And then we're off to round 6. Oh my goodness, time is just slipping away. We're already around 6. We're already going to be around 6 by the end of March.
Indeed, we will be. Indeed, we will be.
Oh, man, I wish the season could last forever.
With that, we'll get your final thoughts on the night, and we'll
yeah, Steven, how do you think the race went? Are you surprised by our podium?
Honestly, not really surprised by the first place podium, but for what was up in the air for tonight for podiums or positions, I am quite indeed surprised for what we had. It was a big dramatic shocker when Josh Mertz ran out of gas at the line to give up 2 more positions for Raymond Rodriguez and Klaus Kreutzer. to give
It,
those
it is
points to move over its speedy time.
it is it is quite
What do you
the
think?
I can't imagine what Josh Mertz the pain he must have felt when he ran out of gas. Big shout out. He ran an amazing race tonight, so it sucks to come home in P5 now, I believe. Yeah, P5. It sucks to come home in P5 after running such an amazing race. But put it behind you. The next week always brings new opportunities, new things to count look forward to. I'm sure he's going to come out. I'm sure with the bitterness coming off of this race, he's going to be swinging when we go to Knock Hill.
Oh, 100%.
All right.
And with that,
Well, I'm going to sign us off. So the checkered flag falls here on the evening here at Sonoma. On behalf of our entire production staff and producer, Stephen Moreau, my name is Joshua Darnell, and we thank all of you, drivers, and everybody who is in here watching with us for joining us for today's coverage of the NASA Rallycross Lights World Championship. I want to congratulate to our winners, Kieran Liftlander, and just a reminder, don't miss out on the fifth round of NASA Rally, the fourth round NASA Rallycross contenders here at Sonoma tomorrow at 9 p.m. Until then, so long, everyone.